All right. We back. Boom, ba-doom. Doom, ba-doom. Doom, doom. All right. Let's get to it. Ooh, this might be a problem. The boss might be up. What was I on before? Sun 3? I don't know. I think I was on Sun 3 before. Oh, what is that? Is that the card I need? Oh my god. Yo. I just got the card that I needed in like 5 seconds. 2 of them. I just got 2 of the cards that I needed. I farmed that card for 3 hours this morning. Haven't got it to drop. And then I was like, oh, I should just like power level viewers while I'm doing this. And I literally got 2 to drop in the first pass that I did of the area. That is ridiculous. Like legitimately super ridiculous. All right, 1 second. So weird. All right. Well, I can't believe that just happened. Like legitimately. Let's see. Remove. Does it really matter which one I remove? Not really. Luck attack MP. God, these are awful. Awful. Where is that now? There's the eyeball red card. That's a shield card. This one is a eyeball blue card. Oh, this is a headgear card. Okay, hold on. Vampire bat card. Put that back on. So I need to take it out on one of these pieces. I need to take it out on one of these pieces. Doesn't matter, they're all the same. That is 10% crit though. Wowzers. I don't know if I can make up for that, honestly. I have 3 of them. Apparently I had one before too. Damn it. Or I just got 3. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able... Oh, wait. Wait, what? How did I... How am I still at 100% crit? Was that... Is that crit damage? Oh, that's crit damage. 10% crit damage. Oh, excellent. All right, we're good then. Now I can see if I can switch my artifacts over to all of the vampiric ones. And see if I have enough mana, basically. That's what it comes down to. I need to have enough mana for the job. Let's just go back here because this is... I was just clearing this like super easily, so... Nice. Looking good so far. Yeah, I think this is good. I'm not running out of mana. That's all I care about. Ideally, I wanted to have one thing that I could put in that would take care of my mana needs. And ideally not wearing that bat hat. I just feel like the one that I have is better. Really, at the end of the day, it all just kind of means it's all the same. It all just like gives you stats, and whether you have a certain piece that gives you health leech, and a certain piece that gives you mana leech, and a certain piece that gives you, you know, damage or whatever. Doesn't really matter what piece is what, as long as you have like the stats to do the job, right? All right, let's try to get some new hooks, because both of these are not very good. That's easy. Oh wait, actually, let me go back quick and let me see if I have any coconuts in the bank. If I remember right, I have like 2,000 pounds of coconuts. This will certainly help. Got another cosmic converter too. I can almost make a whole outfit. Just had to post that I went live on Discord for the people over there. This is my lazy farming method. Lazy farming means I just hold down 4 and 5 and they just alternate, which is very nice. Let's just jump right down here right away and see if we can get a good hook. Pirate hook. I make quite a few of these. Right now I'm just kind of like perfecting the gear that I have. I'm kind of like committed to. I definitely want 3 strength and I mean, it's not bad to have extra crit on here either. I definitely want 3 strength and 2% attack percentage. That one's not awful. That one is 3 and 2% HP. I'd rather keep this 3 and 2% attack and 1 MP one. 2% attack, 5 crit. Okay, so this one I think is the better of the two of these. Unmark that one. That one's definitely better than this one. Oh, why am I down 2 more attack? Or did I lose 2 attack? Or 2 strength. That's weird. All right, let me dismantle all this stuff. Let's try to get more. We still don't have like a perfect one, so not like I really need these coconuts for anything, so let's use them up. That's why I have them. So that one is not bad, but I would like 3 strength. I don't really know. I was at 130. I don't know how I lost strength. Oh, I know how. Because this is vitality. I need to farm out a better one of these too. All right, sorry. Back to what I was doing. Luck, agility, dex, vite, strength. Can we get some 3 strengthers? Ooh, that one's so close. Just 1% HP off from being perfect. I definitely want to keep my strength above 130. I think that's like a fair mark to be at. Fortunately, both of these have 3 strength on them. 3 strength, 2 attack, 1 MP. So this one just isn't giving me the HP, but it's giving me the damage. This one also isn't giving me the HP, but it's giving me the damage. This one is the one to go, I think. Then we can go from there. The extra crit is fine, but I have plenty of points in luck to be able to up my crit. I could still put like 20 more points in luck too. Wonder if I can actually cap my luck with only having one of these on. Because this is giving me quite a bit of crit. 10. I need to upgrade this too. That's also giving me 10 crit though. So if I got 2% attack and 2%. Yeah. $93. I could probably get that the rest of the way up. But then what would I put on instead of that? Something that gives me damage maybe? Or more leech? Strength and crit. Strength HP hit. I don't have a good one. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see what the Wolf Fang does. One of the guys that I was Oh. One of the guys that was helping me, just put that back on for now. I'll just keep these for now. It just lowers my vitality down a little bit more, which isn't the end of the world. If I'm gonna, I'd rather use points to get the rest of my crit, I think, and then use gear to get like % damage. I do need to take this holy element out of here though. Because when we go back to the fire area, I will want to... When we get back to the fire area, I'll want to put the water one in there. I'm getting quite the card collection. This should be called TCG Simulator. I do want to go quick and see what this wolf thing does, though. This guy yesterday taught me a bunch of stuff about just like the class and priorities and stuff, and I was looking at his gear. He had pretty good gear. But like, none of it was that hard to get, and realistically, the gear that I had... Oh, interesting. I like can't do enough damage to these to gain my mana back. My mana was staying up just fine in the previous area that I was in, though, when I was fighting the higher level guys. It's just like the cost ratio of the ability compared to the amount of damage that I can do with it to these low health enemies is not high enough. One of the items he was using was like a wolf fang or wolf clip or something like that, I think it was called. Blood clip, that's what it is. See what it does. Blood clip. Oh, it's a health on kill. Oh wait, no, it wasn't blood clip. It was wolf. I think it said wolf something. I don't know where it drops from though. Let me double check. Oh no, Night Fang Shard. Night Fang Shard is what it was called. No idea where you get that from. Oh wait, Leeching Fang Clip. No, I got the Night Fang Shard. Leeching Fang Clip. I thought it would be from here, but I guess not. Where else could that be from? Dark Forest. The swamp? I don't know. Let's go to the swamp quick. I'm about to be out of mana here. Why am I taking damage? I think one of those abilities that I use to move around damages me. Makes me rage. If anybody out there would like to follow me around and while I'm killing stuff, by all means. Fang clip. Let's see if I get it from here. Negative. Is not from here. don't even know where else. Somewhere else that has fanged enemies. Fang clip. I haven't even been to the Sunken Depths yet. But I could probably clear that area. Is it here? I could just probably Google it, huh? Probably be a lot faster than whatever I'm doing here. Fang clip. Spirit Veil. Oh, it's mana on kill, but it's per 50 intelligence. I don't have 50 intelligence. You get it in the Forest Labyrinth. Interesting. So he had that for more mana recovery, which I don't actually need, so I think I'm good there. I think I'm good on mana recovery for now. Let's go to this Goblin Cave and see if we can get a better... Actually, what do these guys drop? Coal. Oh wait, you can't use it to buy... Shoot. You can't use the coal to buy... to buy artifacts, unfortunately. You gotta kill. So I need a better... I don't remember which one it is, but... we need a better vampire relic. So I guess I'll just spin in here for a while. Like I said before, if anybody wants to join me, you're welcome to. I'm on Sun 6. If you're a lower level character, I can help run you out here. This is where I got my first pet this playthrough, was in this area. I had just become a berserker. Yeah, my mana's good here too. That one card I think is fine. It does half my mana, but it doesn't really matter because I don't need a lot of mana. I just need a constant stream of it. My little fireball's working overtime to loot. I actually got a second fireball pet too. I still don't know what these orbs are used for. I wonder if it says in the reroll the value of a selected substat. What? Where do you do that at? Oh my god. I wonder if it keeps the same value, but just rerolls like the percentage, or if it rerolls. I mean, that's what it sounds like. I didn't realize I could be doing that. So if you get like the perfect weapon or whatever with all the stats on it that you want, you can re-roll some of them. Apparently I should be exploring the mechanics of the game more. I kind of need to like clear everything, otherwise we're gonna have buildups of enemies and places. Pick that up. The blacksmith in town. Damn. I'm just grinding out artifacts, so if you want to come join and get some XP, you're welcome to. I didn't realize that you could re-roll that stuff. I only just started playing this game like about a week ago-ish. Maybe a little bit over a week. But I haven't really had a lot of time to play because normally my wife and kids require constant attention, especially over summer vacation. So she took the kids out of town, so I was able to stream like 5 times this weekend, which was great. Can't wait till we get back to kids back in school so that I can actually stream more consistently again. But I figured, well, I'm just trying to like farm out some of this stuff. I'd open it up if anybody wants a ride. Just started playing last night, but I was looking at everything in town. Nice. It's a pretty fun game. One of my buddies told me about it and was saying that they were just about to do a reset. So I just played a little bit to kind of like see what I'd like. And then yeah. I played Summoner. Oh, I played Warrior. So like as far as like the initial classes, I played like the beginning of Paladin, the Summoner, the Priest, the Archer, and I want to say there was another one. But I really liked out of all of them, I liked the Berserker and the Summoner the best. And then I ended up deciding on doing the Berserker. Just because the Summoner, once you become a Necromancer, there's a lot of like ground target stuff. And it was just kind of annoying that you couldn't like, it didn't seem as mobile. It wasn't like a really bad thing, it just didn't seem as... you get them from drops. I actually have an extra one too, if you want it. Like I literally already have the pet that dropped, this little fireball guy. I got a second one when I was farming. So like I literally can't do anything with it. I guess I could trade it with somebody for a different like pet that I don't have, but if you come on Sun 6, I'll head back to town and hook you up if you want. And once you unlock it for one character, the nice thing is you have the pet for all your characters. It's a pretty good deal. Oh, there's some artifacts over here that I haven't gotten yet. The pet's good. It's not like perfect though. Especially if you're like cruising nonstop. It definitely misses stuff. So you kind of want to watch behind you. All right, no problem. What did you decide to play? See like that back here. An essence of destruction. Yeah, all this, I will say that, like, I think the best thing to do right now is probably just, like, play and, like, figure out what you want, like, where stuff drops, what cards you like, what class you like, and that sort of thing. Because I think this playtest only goes till, like, the 8th of June or something like that. And then they're going to shut down for a week or two or something, and then the early access starts on the 15th. But I will say, I have learned so much through this playtest. Like just simple things like Like, for my class in particular, and most classes probably, I would think, critting is huge, right? And you can get enough crit on your gear and then just put enough points into your luck where you're at 100% crit. So like every hit that I hit is a crit, which is good, obviously, right? Like that alone increased my damage to like by like almost double. Another thing is like, you can see the numbers that are popping up right now, right? It's like 11,000, 10,000, 23,000, 24,000. Obviously my whirlwind is less, but if we just did my cyclone, 26,000, 23,000, 25,000. If you just do this ability first, Fearsome Cry. Yeah, let's gather some guys up. Now you're seeing 40,000. That also is like a way to double your damage. 39, 37, 42, 50. 42, 42, 39. And then again, without it, 27, 31. It just, you do way more damage. So, you know, doing your abilities in like the right order per se is good. But being that I'm just like essentially mindlessly farming, I'd rather have full uptime of my abilities. So I just switch back and forth between my whirlwind ability. Yeah, mage looked pretty good though. They have that like, they have like a cyclone ability. So the thing that I really like about mage is that no matter what zone you're fighting in, you can probably find a zone where your stuff does more damage. Because it's like Pokemon rules, right? Like you're, if you do lightning damage and you're fighting something that does water, or that is water, you do 125% damage. So I was kind of like struggling when I was at about what level you're at right now, like level 72-ish, because I wasn't really unlocking new abilities for my Berserker, but I was moving into areas where the enemies kept getting harder. So it was like, I don't know, it was just kind of like frustrating, right? Like I didn't really feel like I was getting more powerful, but I was fighting enemies that were more powerful. And then I started to like look at some of the mechanics of the game a little bit better. Like look at the card system, look at the gem system, look at the tome system. And then I started farming out cards off enemies that would change the element of my weapon. And that like seriously completely changed like the leveling experience. Because like you can throw a card in there that like, let's say you're fighting an undead enemy, you could throw one card in that changes your damage to holy of your weapon, and then you're going to do 125% damage, and obviously 25% damage is good, right? And then on top of that, you can throw another card in, or depending on how many slots your weapon has, that gives you like an extra 10% damage against undead enemies. And for, you know, water, you can switch it to lightning. For fire, I don't know if I found the one for fire. I would assume it's probably earth. But I did find some cards that also... Actually, oh no, it's water, obviously. Derp. I did find some cards that also just give you like 10% more damage against fire. So like all that type of stuff was really helpful. And then I kind of like broke through that plateau. And now, I mean, I was just clearing an area at like, I started today at like 110-ish. And at 110, I was clearing this 121 to 125 area. With just a holy rune in my in my weapon, and then a thing that gives 10% extra damage to undead. And like that area was giving me XP super fast. Now I'm at the point where I'm trying to like kind of min-max my gear a little bit more, especially stuff that I may potentially be using forever. Speaking of that, so this one is the really bad one. Fight, attack, MP. I would love to have a 3 strength version of that one. Oh, this one's not good too. It's got the 2% attack, 2% HP, but and this one's like perfect. Int, agility, 3 strength, 2% attack, 2 MP. So that's... Wait, what the hell is this? Oh yeah, it's that same thing. The words were just covering the point of the jewel. So this is probably an upgrade over that one because at least it has the strength. So that'll put me back above 130. And then this one is also really bad. This one also perfect. So scroll. I got a lot of these, which is good. I will probably need them because it seems like I get mostly int items. And like I can't increase my strength anymore. It's already capped. So, yeah, none of those are going to work for me. I can't increase my strength anymore. It's already capped. So, it's worth it to get the strength on the gear instead of like just settling for vitality or whatever, because that's also helpful. Yeah, if you're in an appropriate level zone, you do, for sure. I mean, I gained like 12 levels in, I don't know, like 2 hours of grinding earlier. I was grinding for a specific new card that I wanted. So like the guy that I was playing with yesterday, who was kind of like teaching me some of this stuff, he had very different gear than me, but our gear both gave us the same stuff, right? We both were crit capped. Oops, I need to put on my spell. We both were crit capped. We both had enough life leech to sustain ourselves. And he was using a hat that gave mana leech. And I was farming out this card that gives Siphon MP3 and minus 50% mana, because that's all the extra mana generation I need. I just need to be able to siphon a little bit of mana so that I can keep spinning, right? But yeah, if you're in a level appropriate zone or a zone that's higher level than you, like when I was farming in this area, you level up pretty fast. But if you're like leveling in a lower level zone because you can't hang in a higher level area, then yeah, it's pretty rough. It is pretty rough. Did I... Re-strength 1 HP. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Need to make some room. Yeah, okay, good. It doesn't get rid of your favorited stuff, which is nice. Like, extra MP isn't the end of the world. Like, it's fine. The things that I care more about are the strength and the attack, but the HP definitely affects your survivability. And being that I just put a bunch of points into vitality anyway, that's kind of like where I dump all my extra points into. Once my strength is capped and I'm crit capped, then I put my extra points into vitality. We're still looking for a better gem and scroll. Those are like the two things that I should go back for to pick up if I need it. You have any other questions about the game that you were curious about? Did you know that you can mouse over targets and hit F and it'll tell you all their drops and their percentages? That was kind of like revolutionary too. Because then I started like looking at what I could get for everything. And like each different type of monster in each area has different drops. Yeah, I like that a lot. It also shows your DPS too. So when you're in town and you're messing with like the training dummies and stuff, you just hit F on it before you start combat, and then you can see what your DPS is. Scroll. Yeah, because the dual wielding doesn't actually, I could test it with a different weapon, but this particular weapon that I'm using gives a bonus to cyclone damage. So like I could try putting a different weapon in here that's like semi-decent and see what that does to my overall damage. It might pick it up, but if I put 2 of these axes on, I actually do less damage. Because it does, while it does increase the amount of damage that Cyclone does, it also reduces the time that you're spinning. So then the spin time is really fast and like your overall DPS goes down. And then also I have this one right here. So you get 10% per level in two-handed stance bonus. So if I'm using a two-hander and I pop this ability, Berserk, it makes me immune to knockback, flinching from damage, and also gives me that 10% damage per level. So like without that on, my attack would be super low. I don't know what it is without it on, but yeah, 670. But with it on, it's 939. I could mess around with like one of the other axes that I got that was really good. It's called like the Master Axe or something like that, because that increases attack by like 10% and like has a bunch of other like decent benefits on it. Let's scroll. But I just haven't gone back to that yet. The nice thing about having other weapons, a second weapon, is having more card slots and like more stats, but it definitely decreases the amount of damage that each weapon does. It kind of breaks even though, it seems like, because you get the bonus from your offhand, which makes up for not having the other one. And then I can activate the other body bonus. But that one's just for attack speed, which doesn't really help me at all because I'm not doing any auto attacks. Like this isn't an auto attack build. It was really interesting though to see that me and that other guy were doing like super similar damage, even though he had a completely different weapon set, completely different artifact set, completely different like trinkets and stuff. I don't even think we had a single piece of gear that was the same besides our axe, which is crazy. And both of us were like doing well. Yeah, this game's been pretty fun. It's been pretty chill. It's been kind of crappy for bringing new viewers into the channel, honestly. I think I gained like one follower this weekend from all 5 streams. That wasn't so great. I played a bit of Forever before my kids were out of school, and that was much better.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've had some of my regulars coming and hanging out, but it just doesn't seem like there's a lot of people looking for Spirit Vale streams, right? Like most of the people that are watching streams in general are like the people that already follow the streamer that's playing the game. You know what I mean? Well, thank you. Thanks again. But some of my regulars came and hung out, and some of them have been playing this, and one of them that hung out quite a bit was actually like just super frustrated that it's only available in English, and I can see that because they can speak English and understand talking, but they aren't very good at reading it. Since they're not a native English speaker. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't think they've really done much for advertising for it. I guess some big YouTuber like made a video about it that got a bunch of traction. So they definitely had a bunch more people coming in, but they need to get those bigger people playing it, right? Like they need to get a good influencer marketing campaign going. Get it out to the bigger YouTubers and streamers and stuff like that, the ones that play these type of games, and get it in front of people's eyes. You're more to 150 before that happens. Really know what you want to main. Cool. Nice. Well, I would like to keep playing it. The problem is though right now is that I don't really have a lot of time to play games and stream and stuff. But I'm gonna do my best. Maybe when it releases on the 15th of July, I'll try to ship my wife and kids out again to someplace. Be like, hey babe, don't you have like some friends that had some kids recently that you want to go visit for the weekend and take our kids to play with their kids? Doesn't that sound nice? You're gonna try to do that too? Nice. One thing I have been doing though is I have been keeping up with the Discord. We just like BS in there and stuff. Sometimes I'll hop in there at nighttime after the kids go to bed, and if the wife wants to go to bed early or whatever, and hang out there, chat with people. And then I post in there when I'm going to be going live next. I was hoping I'd like, I don't know, my mom or dad or in-laws or people would be willing to take the kids for a day here and there just to be able to do something, but everybody's busy. You know what I mean? Busy with work. Busy over the summer, going out of town, doing stuff. And like, honestly, we've been having a lot of fun too. It's great to be able to spend so much time with the kids over the summer. Take them to the beaches. Take them to the zoos, that type of thing. Go to water parks. But a pretty good summer so far, honestly. My kids are still at that fun age, like the elementary/middle school age. They still want to hang out. Yeah, I've been like on the fence about making another summoner. I kind of just want to get one character to 150 so that I actually see what the end game of this game is like. But it's really tempting to make a summoner because I've actually come across like some summoner specific like sets, like sets of armor and weapons and stuff that increase, you know, your pet damage or whatever. Oh, wow. Nice. That's quite the spread. 10-year spread on there. Although it might be kind of nice because then at least you can be like, hey, 16-year-old, watch the 6-year-old for me while I go to the grocery store or whatever, right? Although at 6 years old, I mean, you're obviously not going to leave the kid home alone probably at that point, but it's not like you can't just go take a shower. Yeah, dope magic gear for sure. That's the nice thing about this game though, is without there is stuff with level requirements on it. You might not have gotten it to it yet. But like, I guess this stuff doesn't have it, but some of the higher end stuff, this has requires level 50. So as soon as you get to like a certain threshold, stuff will start saying requires level 50 on it. So you can't like give them totally stacked gear at the beginning, but you can also level up to 50 pretty fast, especially if you're loading them up with decent gear and then just get them up there. Also, if you have friends that are playing, power leveling is crazy. Like, you don't get the same bonus that you get if you're in a group with people your level, but you can get a lot of XP very fast by getting power leveled. That's why I figured if anybody wanted to join me, I'd just let them follow me around while I run around and murder things. Still nothing. I really want to get my Cyclone Gem too, but that area is tough. Very, very tough. Yeah, if you put gear in storage, it goes to your alts. Exactly that, my friend. Even like your upgraded stuff, there's no like soul binding or anything like that, like in World of Warcraft. So, you know, if you get like a good, I don't know, like one of the sets of gear that I used for a really long time on both my characters was the stuff from the first like undead area with all the flying bats and skeletons and stuff. There's like a set there where every time you kill somebody, you get like 25 health and 5 magic. And I used that until like a long time. Till I got enough like siphon health and mana from other stuff, but I was probably like level 90 when I stopped using it. And then you can easily just, you know, level that stuff up to like +5 or whatever and then pass it down to the next guy. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's a good system. Same thing with cards and gems and everything, and then like I said, your pets carry over too, and any pets, mounts, or transmogs you get or cosmetics or whatever, those transfer between characters too. I actually just today got my first 2 cosmic or what are they called? these things. Cosmetic converter. So you can like, it costs like 1,000,000 gold and one of those cosmetic converters, but you can turn any item that you find into a cosmetic. So then you could keep it on whatever character you want. So if you do like the look of like a certain helmet or suit of armor or whatever, you can unlock those cosmetics and have your character kind of look however you want. Yeah, there's mounts too. I haven't gotten one either. I don't know where they drop from. Maybe they drop from bosses more. I can kill a few of the bosses now, but the bosses are still hard. I can kill like up to the like level 50 area bosses, but people farm them all the time too. Seems like there's always people that are paying attention to the spawn timers. But yeah, there's mounts. Base, utility chest, accessory. Yeah, mounts. Not a ton. There's the Darkness Drake mount obtained from monsters. Apparently, there's only 3. Dragon Blizzard mount, Dragon Inferno mount. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that... Oops. Where the hell am I going here? I'm guessing the Inferno Dragon is from the fire area that I need to farm next. The Blizzard one is probably from the ice area. And the Darkness one, I can't remember where I was fighting Darkness Drakes. Maybe it was in the Sanctum of Light or something. But I think the fire dragons here drop those mounts, and then the ice ones up there drop the other one. But I'm sure they're super rare drop rate too. The pets are also 0.01%, so super low drop rate there too. And just for like a, I don't know, a point of reference, the cards are 0.1% drop rate. So you're 10 times more likely to get a card drop than a pet drop. So it's definitely a grindy game, right? I should ask too, how's the audio balance? Because I was kind of just like tired of the in-game music. I don't think the in-game music in a lot of these zones is bad, but it gets a little repetitive. So I threw on some RimWorld music for the background. I love that game. Solid game. One of the ones I always go back to. Also, like I said before, if anybody wants to join me, you're welcome. I'm just farming up, trying to get better stats on some of the items that I'm using, and anybody's welcome. I'm willing to run you out here too if I need to get you to a certain area. Obviously, there's some areas that like if you're level 10 and I take you to a level 100 area, that's probably not going to work. It'd be nice if you weren't getting at least one shot by stuff. But this is a relatively low area. These are like level 50. You could probably be level 10 here. Might just have to go a tiny bit slower. I was farming out the water cards to transform your weapon to do water damage. And this random guy was there. And I just invited him to party, and he was like, dude, thank you so much. What was this guy? 75. Oh, that's Roasty. That's you. Ah. Very nice. What's up, dude? Are you sure you don't want this extra pet that I have? It literally doesn't mean anything to me. Like I said, I literally have it unlocked already. Wisp, red, pet, and then if I go to appearance or cosmetics, Wisp, red, pet. I literally already have it. And then I have this little like goblin guy too. But I like the red one better. Also, I definitely recommend this set on a Berserker, but you have to have your mana situation figured out. Roasty making a guest appearance on the stream. There's like a drooping bat hat that you can get that's pretty good. That one you get from the Forgotten Depths. You should be able to solo there pretty easily too right now. But that gives 3% mana siphon as well. Or you can use that set that I was talking about before that gives you like 5 mana per kill or whatever. That I only needed to put like 2 of those on and 2 of these vampiric pieces on. And that was enough mana to sustain our build. Or at least this build. Another thing that you might not know if you're a newer player is that these consumables, these boxes you get, when you open these, they give you a bunch of random artifacts. You can turn in sets of those artifacts depending on what class you are. For us, it's the Iron Wake set to get these grimoires that give you bonuses, like Whirlwind applies slow and protection for 3 seconds. And then Blood Price is whenever I get low on health, I get plus 10 siphon HP. And it's got a 20-second cooldown and a 10-second duration. And that's just at your trainer. Whatever class you are, you take them to your trainer, and you can also do that to your alts as well. So when you open those boxes, you get a random one for a random class. And then you can take like, I could take all the summoner ones and start my new character with like some bonuses for whatever spells I have for my summoner. So that's also a nice nice way to improve your quality of life with your alts. I wish I would just get this stupid scroll already. Come on. 3 strength? Nope. Three strength, 1 MP, 1 magic attack. Come on. Why does that exist? Do we really need that? Yeah, that's how you spin it around. For the record, too, for anybody else out there watching, I definitely don't think that what I'm doing right now is the best damage. I'm just doing this because I'm lazy and I'm farming low-level stuff, so it's nice to have a lazy, easy grind build. I think I went to like level 50 before I realized that you can just hold the buttons down, and then it just does them on cooldown. Like I was literally clicking. And then like while it's on cooldown, I'd be like clicking over and over again to try to get it to pop up. Like if I just hold down 5 and 4 while I'm running around, then it just uses them on cooldown. And I have like a Naga mouse, so I just hold down 5 and 4 with my thumb whilst I'm running around. All right, sounds good, man. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for the follow. I do wish that this game had a bigger following so that I could get some more like random new viewers in. It's nice that there's not a lot of people playing it, but like you also need to have like new foot traffic for people that are looking for a streamer who's playing the game, right? Also, if anybody else has questions, feel free to ask. I know there are a healthy number of new players playing. Seems like a lot of people are getting stuck where I got stuck. It is nice that you can kind of just like face tank everything in the game for a certain amount of time though. Lets people at least get invested a little bit. I guess it depends on your class, right? If you're a spellcaster, that probably happens a lot earlier, but you're probably also just like shredding stuff. The damage I've seen like mages do is absurd. Hey, I'm a random new guy that's trying the game since you were asking. Welcome to the channel, man. Appreciate you stopping in. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm just farming out some stuff here too. I don't know what level you're at, but you're welcome to join me. I'm gonna basically kill these bats until I get a 3 strength, 3 attack artifact for my set. Did I say bats? I guess there are some bats in here, but keep killing these guys. Level rogue to 40 something after that. Tried berserker. Feels like a god compared to rogue. Yeah, it really comes down to how you build your character. I've seen some crazy ass rogues that like max out their attack speed and everything that they have has attack speed on it, and their hands are literally like a blur, and the numbers are coming up so fast that I can't even like understand how they're doing so much damage. It's crazy. But yeah, you're welcome to join me if you'd like. Also, if you don't have a pet yet, I have an extra pet from just like farming stuff out. I was farming out like the lava area and got this red wisp pet to drop. And I already have one. And pets are huge because pets pick up loot for you. So that's like such an amazing quality of life. Int, strength. All right, these are all the ones that I had before, I think. Yeah, because I have vitality. Dismantle all. Dismantle all. I always try to just dismantle my stuff because you never know when you might want to come back to an area. I'm actually going to run to town quick and clear out my inventory too. Oh, you have got some cosmetic drops? You're lucky. I haven't gotten any cosmetic drops other than the 3 pets. I need to get rid of these materials. Yeah, you never know, like even if you make an alt character or whatever and you get to a new zone, I could take these 500 hard or coal hard think it's supposed to be hard coal, but whatever. And I could go to that crafting guy and just make like 50 of something so that I could get like an awesome drop right away. Yeah, the cosmetic converters. Yeah. I've gotten 2 of those. I haven't like used them on anything yet, but I haven't really figured out what I'd want to use them on yet. You know what I mean? Let's see. But yeah, I like the Berserker a lot. Big fan of it. Yeah, let me know if you want to meet up. I'm in Sun 6. How have you been enjoying the game? No, you can remove them from your gear. That's another thing I'll say, like another huge advantage. One thing that, so like I got to like level 80 and kind of got stuck because there wasn't anything to put more points into to up my damage and my skills really. But as I moved into harder areas, the enemies keep getting harder, right? But I wasn't getting stronger because like I might go to an area that's like a caster area and then I'm just kind of like boned, right? But if you collect all the cards that do stuff like for instance, if I put this holy element card into my weapon right now, it will increase the damage on these undead guys, which like I don't really need to do that, but I could put that holy card in there, this archangel card, and then also I can't remember which card it's called. Fire enemies. Oh, there we go. Plus 10% damage to versus undead enemies. So I could put the holy card in here, which would turn my damage to holy and increase my damage by 125%, basically. Give me an extra 25% damage. And then I could also put the other card in there to give me an extra 10%. And then that like makes all the difference. It's crazy.
Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, thanks for the follow, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, you can just go back to the card guy in town and it's like 25,000 gold or something like that, which once you start like farming stuff is basically nothing. Once you're trying to like farm out specific stats on the stuff that you use, which like I would argue like as soon as you cap out whatever your main stat is, then you should be prioritizing using stuff with that stat on it. So like I can't increase my strength anymore. So like I should be getting strength on all of my gear, which I don't have. I have luck on that. This is an awful piece of gear. I should farm out a new headdress. I didn't even realize how bad that was. So yeah, I should be getting strength on basically everything. And my crit is already maxed with my luck. So then I'm just putting it in vitality for my like third stat. That's huge though. I definitely appreciate the oh, that guy just died. Oh no, he didn't. There he is. I definitely appreciate the follow. Like I said to the other guy, my kids are on summer vacation, so I don't really have a consistent streaming thing I'm doing. I actually just started streaming in like May, like actually streaming consistently. And that was just because I was really enjoying a game called Forever. And let me go down a different path so I can go away from this guy. And I was just having fun playing it, and then like a bunch of people came into the stream because I guess not very many people were streaming it. Ooh, this is what I need. So I just kept streaming basically. And then we had like 30 or 40 people in here one day, and that was pretty sweet. So I was like, well, I guess I'll maybe just try streaming a little bit more. And so when September rolls around and the kids go back to school, I'm definitely gonna try to be around more often, but when I am streaming, I'll post like in my upcoming stream section of my Discord and just say like, hey, I'm gonna play this game on whatever, you know, like for instance this weekend I was like, hey, my wife's taking my kids out of town for the weekend. I'm gonna hang out and play games all weekend. If anybody else wants to join me, blah blah blah. Yeah, I hope that it gets more players. I think it deserves it. Just the like build system alone, and like I love that you don't have to be, it's not like you move to a new zone, you have to replace all your gear. You move to a new zone, you have to replace all your gear. Move to a new zone, you know what I mean? Like it feels like the type of gear matters more than the level of the gear, which is really cool. I like that system a lot. And like the cards, you just take them back out. Same thing with gems, you can remove them later on too. So like, it feels like if you spend the time to get something that works really well for you, then you can just like use it and not have to feel like you replace it the next time you do whatever, right? If you're talking about like a game like World of Warcraft or whatever, it's like, all right, we completed that raid. Now we're on to the next raid. So now we have to replace everything that we've gotten so far. Like there's an upgrade for every piece of gear now because we've reached the next tier. And then you get to the next tier and all right, replace everything that you have now again. So yeah, that definitely feels good about this type of system. I think it's kind of unique too. I don't feel like, I'm trying to think, can you think of any other like games out there that the gear is just more of like a type of gear rather than like a level of the gear that you're using? Yeah, not really. Like it matters more that my character's using an axe than getting the new spear or whatever from the new dungeon or whatever that I'm going through. Because axes give the most damage for strength. But yeah, feel free to join the Discord if you want to keep up with me throughout the summer. You can type an ! Discord and the link will pop up. We've been talking a lot about like what our favorite Summer Games Fest games are. Did you see anything new throughout like the Summer Game Fest showcases that you're super excited about? I feel like there's plenty to be excited about. Gears of War 3, or no, Guild Wars 3. Actually, that could be Gears of War 3. No, I don't remember what the Gears of War one is, but Guild Wars 3. Yeah. Next fall. Beta starts next fall. I too am excited. That's probably one of the best things that I saw on there. Because like there aren't very many companies like hey, thanks for joining the Discord, bud. There aren't very many companies like ArenaNet that are making MMOs that I like really trust to make an MMO. Like Guild Wars 2 hasn't shut down. That alone says that they at least understand how to make an MMO that enough people are willing to keep playing that they don't need to close it. And like I played Guild Wars 2 back in the day and did a lot of PvP and then, you know, bounced off of it because something new came out. And I probably should have went back to play other expansions and stuff. I'm sure they were good. Like I liked the game. But for whatever reason, I just didn't go back, right? Yeah, I've been wanting a new MMO for a long time. I didn't even really realize what I was missing, but then I started playing Ashes of Creation in December and was like so ingrained in that game. And it was grindy and it had a lot of bugs and whatever and didn't look the best and all this other stuff, but like the commerce system and like the like crafting system and just the like complexity of everything, like, oh man, I dug in so deep. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I had like 400 hours in like 2 months or something like that. Or maybe it was even more than that. I don't even know. Actually, you know, I want to say it was like 900 hours actually, but they had that thing where like if you left the launcher open, it counted towards your Steam played time. So it my numbers totally skewed, obviously. But just having a new world to explore and like an actual developed system. I don't know. Anytime there's a new MMO coming out, I'm always a sucker to like check it out and try it. And I actually really liked Forever, honestly. The combat system and whatever like felt really good in Forever. The action combat and whatnot. And like it was a pretty stylized game. Kind of like more leaning towards the adorable type graphics, but I didn't have a problem with it. Like there's a lot to do in the game, lots of places to explore, and I just like a more in-depth crafting and like economy system, and that game definitely isn't there yet. But I've heard they're adding the auction house at some point, so. All right, let's see where we're at here. Int, Dex, Strength. Hey, that's what I was looking for. I wish it had 2 HP on it, but I'll take it. Honestly, I would have been happy with that one. This one has 3 strength on it, so I'll take it. Kind of at that point where I want everything that I can have to have percentages on it. Let's see. Is there any 3 strength, 2 attack, 2 HP? Nope. And no. All right. Well, good enough. Yeah, I agree. I don't mind the graphics either, as long as the gameplay is solid. I have to equip these. Let's see. This one is replacing that one. And this one is replacing that one. So now I have strength on all of my stuff. Did I get one of these with 3 strength? I thought the one I had was pretty good, but oh, so close. Ooh. 3 strength, 1% HP, 2 attack. I'll take that one. I'll take the extra strength versus the extra percent of HP. Nice. All right, now I need to level these up. This set is really good for getting more crit and more crit damage, but I feel like when I put that on, my life leech is totally wonky. I need to get better like life leash accessories or something like that, but we just need to, you know, do one thing at a time. Or maybe I'll get some cards that have more life leech or something on them. I need Lunaris shards. As I said before too, if anybody wants to claim this extra pet I have, literally just meet me in town. Just say that you want it. I already have it. I already have it in cosmetics, pets, red wisp pet. I have it unlocked. It's this little fire guy. If you don't have a pet yet, having a pet is awesome. Very, very awesome. Where these ones? Hey, thanks, Steel.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, man. How are you doing today? Let's see here. I need to level this stuff up here. Because for each one of these refines, it increases my health leech by 0.125. Was watching for a bit. Nice. Yeah. I would, I'd love to. What level are you at? Come to Sun 6 and I'll invite you to the party. I need to figure out what we're farming next, but also I need to look at, see where my wife's at. Oh, she's still a ways off. Wife and kids are on their way home, so they're still about an hour away. It's pretty easy to get stuff to level 5. It's usually not that easy, but because the odds are still in your favor. Oops, I accidentally brought that one to 6. The odds are in your favor until you go over 5. Then it's got a 50% chance to fail. I guess 6. 6 would be... Getting it to +6 would be 50-50, but then the odds shift. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to farm a new one of these pieces of headgear, which I'm pretty sure... What level are you at, Steel? Depending on what level you are, I'll decide which area we're going to go to. But the Windy Desert North, I think, is where I got that hat from. But if you're higher level, we can go to, like, the Demon's Maw. Wife just went to sleep. Still have a few days off from work. Nice. Huzzah. Level 30? Okay. Well, what do you think? Do you think you can hang in the Demon's Maw? Vamp. Oops. I don't know what it's like for a level 30 trying to get to like those areas, so but obviously I can kill stuff real fast in the Windy Desert. Do you have a pet yet, or do you still need one? Don't have a pet. All right. I'll give you this one then. That way I can stop telling people that I have a pet. Yeah, I can take you there. Where's the furthest you can teleport to? And then we can go from there. Like, can you teleport to Forest Field 1 or Windy Desert? And then if you just stay close enough to me, you're not gonna... Actually, I should give you stuff. What am I doing? What are you? You're a warrior, so you're gonna be a berserker. What is there a... There's no level requirement on these. Really? Of course I have no strength ones. That one's good though. Attack 4. That's good. And damage to melee. It's a solid axe right there. All right. I don't know if you're dual wielding or not, but let's see if I have a vitality one I can give you. Actually, these are good for you too. This is still what I'm using right now. I don't have a... luck. Int, agility, strength, attack speed, move speed. Probably want the move speed. It just so happens that I was farming in an area just now that has a bunch of stuff that you could definitely improve from. Let's do that one. And then find one more of these. Vitality auto or vitality attack 4%. It's probably good. There you go. That'll at least be a good good start for you. All right, force field 1 it is then. Dismantle all. Do you want a set of these vampiric things too? I actually didn't use these until I got something else to get me magic regen, but if you're not using anything, or if you're just using the pioneer stuff, this will probably be better. Yeah, that's nice, Koo. Is that Koofy? Also, thanks again for joining the Discord. All right, I'm just gonna dismantle this stuff for now. You can always farm it out later. It's not too hard. All right, let's go to the forest. Forest Field 1. I will meet you here. Just like stay on top of me, basically. Look at us. I'll actually run you up to get the teleporter at the Windy Desert too. That way we can get back faster if we need to. Must just be a tiny bit faster than you. Where is my pet, actually? He's there. Somewhere. All right, we're going to run straight through. Oh, you replied in game. I'm sorry. I didn't see that reply in game. Otherwise, I definitely would have gave them to you. I didn't mean to like destroy them right in front of you. I was waiting for a reply in chat in Twitch, and then I'm an idiot. So sorry. We're almost to the save point here. You said you played this before, Steel. You played in like one of the previous resets? Thanks, Caster Labs. Just the other day, I figured out how to make a bot work for my channel. That was kind of nice. Because people would be like, wait a second, what the hell's going on? Why did I just get electrocuted? Oh, okay, gotcha. Nice. I'm not sure what's attacking me, but hopefully it doesn't attack you. It's not doing a lot of damage, whatever it is. Oh, there it is. This guy. All right. Continuing on, moving north. Unfortunately, this area that we're going to does not have a teleport stone, but that's okay. If the scorpion's up, we can kill it. I might have been the last person to kill it in this area, actually. I killed this one a couple times. Nope, not in this one. Yeah, just try to like stay on top of me. I'll try not to run around too much. Actually, I'm gonna have an issue with mana in this area probably. I'll just have to use my normal whirlwind. Stuck in a bush. Yeah, it's been fun learning about Twitch. Just like, I had no idea how to like set up a bot or anything like that. Like, but the whole the whole process has been pretty fun. Like building a little community of people to, you know, just talk about games. Do stuff like watch Summer Game Fest together. And I thought this year's Summer Game Fest was pretty good. Everything felt right. Xbox was talking about like Halo and Gears of War and Fable and, you know, some of their classic IP. Nintendo had a new pixel art Final Fantasy that looked good. Talking about Star Fox, bringing Donkey Kong 64 back. That's pretty cool. PlayStation had some RPGs and stuff that they were working on. It seemed right. God of War, obviously huge PlayStation franchise. One of the drops here too is pretty good. It's one of the cards that drops off these guys is bonus damage to fire creatures, which is pretty solid when you get up to the higher ranks of like the lava areas. Like that other area that I was talking about going and farming. It's like everything in that zone is fire. So doing an extra 10% damage to all fire enemies is pretty good. You've already gained 3 levels? Holy Moses. I think you were 30 when we started. Oops, sorry. Level up your stomp so that you can at least like jump away a little bit if something gets too close to you. Please put like 1 point in there. And then once you actually become a berserker, then you can do like the whole combo, which is like stomp, stomp, dash, and then do like your jumping lava split or whatever it's called. Yeah, for sure. I even like added some indie stuff to my wish list. Some of it looked pretty good. Uh-oh. This stuff shouldn't like destroy you, especially with those axes and stuff that I got you. I should actually make sure that this is the place that I'm even supposed to be. Yeah, I think it is. I don't know what drops the things though. Maybe they're just craftable? Oh no, you're over encumbered, aren't you? Here, let me take you to the guy so that you can break stuff down. Just like throw one thing on the ground. Or click on it and dismantle one thing so that you move faster. I need to make sure I'm in the right place too. I don't even know if I thought this was the right place. Yeah, it's definitely, I would say it's a good time to be a gamer. I mean, it feels like it's always been a good time to be a gamer, right? But it definitely feels like a good time to be a gamer right now. And all kinds of different games too. Craft. Yeah, there it is. Yep, this is the right place. All right. Oops, that's not what I meant to do, but I guess we could craft 2 of those. I need strength. Would you guys leave me alone? All right, once you dismantle everything, we can keep going. Doom, doom. I think my pet in particular is like bugged out. I think it's still looting stuff. Let's see if I stand over here. Yeah. I just picked up those things. Anybody else have any questions about the game or anything like that? Sometimes I feel like people think that if we're in the middle of a different conversation, then they don't want to like interrupt and ask about other stuff along those lines, but I only have like another probably half an hour or so before I have to hop off. Wife and kids are getting home. I'm excited to see them. They've been gone for a couple days, so. Let's go back up to that spot we were at before. The density seems better up there. Stuck on a cactus. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. If you didn't know too, in this game you can pretty much just straight up power level people. Like if him and I were closer in level, we would actually get an XP bonus for being in a group and a drop rate bonus for being in a group. But if your levels are far apart, you can still you still get full XP. There's no like XP deterioration if you're like not even close to the right level. That's why he's gained 5 levels already. I wish I had brought that other... Do I still have any of them in my inventory? Oh, I do. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I do. Perfect. This will be better. I like can't do enough damage to these guys to gain siphon enough mana back because they just don't have enough hit points. But that's why you switch. That's why you keep other artifact sets on you. Throw 2 of those other ones that give me MP on kill, and we're right back in action. Now I can go back to my lazy farming. Trying to think of what other games that I saw that I was kind of excited for. I'm actually pretty excited for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I haven't played any of those games yet. I've always been kind of a PC player, so I just don't... I didn't have a PlayStation, and then when they started coming out, and I realized that it wasn't the whole, like, game, I just kind of wanted to wait until everything came out before I played through it. So yeah, I'm excited to jump back into that. Or jump into that, I should say. Maybe I'll play through the original game. I know the original Final Fantasy game on Steam just got like an update, didn't it? Like a graphics overhaul or something? I don't mind a nice single player game. I would say most of the games that I prefer though are like either MMORPGs or survival crafters or whatever, like co-op type stuff, multiplayer. Not really super into competitive games. Not really into like Overwatch and Call of Duty and whatever. I have played some of the extraction shooters. I do like that genre, actually. I really liked Arc Raiders. I played a lot of Arc Raiders. That was like weirdly co-op though, which was weird. They were saying further down the road that they actually put in like some sort of like system where if you're more of a friendly player, you are put with more friendly players or something, and I don't know exactly how it worked, but I think it had something to do with like maybe how many kills you have or something like that. I really have no idea, but whatever it was, it worked because I was usually in lobbies with a lot of friendly people. I did quit playing that game though when people started just kind of like lying about it. They'd be like, yeah, I'm friendly, I'm friendly. Or like you'd run up on them and they'd be like, friendly, friendly, friendly. And then like, as soon as you turn your back on them, then they just shoot you in the back. I wasn't the biggest fan of that. That seemed pretty crappy. I think this is one of the guys. Actually, I don't know if is the gunslinger in the game yet. There's a bunch of classes that like the NPCs are in the game, but the classes themselves are not in the game yet. Also, thanks again for joining me, guys. Wish you guys would have been here earlier in the weekend, because the first couple days were pretty slow. And I didn't really have anybody to level up with, which would have been sick. Because if we had doubled the Berserker spinny attacks, and we just basically like stuck to each other and just kept doing what I'm doing right now, we could probably clear almost any of the content in the game right now. It would have been nice to potentially have like a tank too, because the tanks just constantly pulse taunt. So if like the tank is running in front of me, or like if I'm the tank in this scenario and he's the Berserker, you just follow behind the tank and then the tanks just keep kiting everything. Oh, your inventory's full again? Conveniently, we're right next to the guy. Let's see what I've got. I don't know what actually drops those hats that I have on, but don't forget to dismantle your artifacts too. I wore these things for a long time as well. Not that they're that great, but I love the way they look. They make you look like a little like Mad Max character. I find it entertaining that the Crimson Crest isn't red. It's more like the brownish crest. All right. Still nothing. Ba-doom-doom. Here's a good question for you guys. What is your like go-to game that you go back to regularly to like play through again? I have a couple of them. The music itself was reminding me of one of them, obviously, because like RimWorld is a big one for me. Every time they come out with new content, or I don't know, I just get in the mood for it. I just do like a playthrough of it. Another one that I haven't gone back to in a while that I put a lot of time into that I really liked is Terraria. Really liked that one. Minecraft. Obviously, a lot like Terraria, right? And it's great now that my kids are into Minecraft too. It's a nice bonding exercise. I should have asked Roasty if he's doing any gaming with his family this summer. Doing lots of gaming with my boys this summer. Atlantica Online. What is that? Atlantica? It's not very often that somebody says a video game that I've never heard of before, but that is definitely one of them. I don't even have like the faintest idea what that is. Old turn-based MMORPG. Perfect. I don't even know what that means. How do you have a turn-based MMORPG? There's just like 700 people on the server and it's like, all right, check back in 4 days when it's your turn. Ah, yes, I move 3. All right. Pass the turn. Yeah, I've never heard of that. I'm glad that private servers exist though for games like that, because like the EverQuest progressive servers and stuff like that that launch, I think that's such a cool concept. Just like that, we've gained this dude almost 10 levels. Are you full again? Oh no, you can't be. You wouldn't be able to use abilities if you're full. You know what? I wonder if we go through this portal up here, if that takes us to a place that has a teleport stone right on the other side. Let's go try that out. Because I'm sure just the weight of your materials alone are probably getting heavy. Then I can see if I have any more gold ore in the bank too. Yeah, you got to clear that stuff out. I used a backpack like yours until like level 50 or something like that. And then I was like, all right, or no, not 50, like 80 or something like that. And I was like, all right, I can't do that anymore. I would love to be able to have more carry weight, but like the game was just getting too difficult. Follow me this way. Because to run all the way back to the windy desert, I feel like that's a much longer run than this one is. Plus, this will just get you to the next area so that you can teleport further next time. All right, let's go back to town, clear out. Make sure I didn't get any. I don't think I got any more. Dex, int, dex, dex, vitality, int, vitality. Hopefully, when I look in my materials tab in here, I have like 6,000 gold. 600 something. All right, let me text my wife and see where she's at. There's mobs in the world, and when you click on them, it turns it. Oh, I see. So like it's a turn-based combat. Like once you get into combat or whatever. I gotcha. I see what you're saying. We got about, I would say about 15 minutes or so left, Steel. But I'll get you as much as I can do. Like I said, I wish you would have been able to hop in yesterday or whatever. I might pop in like at nights too or whatever throughout the week. Really the best thing that you can do, like I said to Koofy, is just join the Discord. Because I'll post in there like in the upcoming stream sections like, hey, you know, Thursday night, my wife and kids are going to watch movies. I'm just going to hop on, do like a 3-hour stream or whatever. But I'll try to give you guys as big of a heads up as I can. And if you're looking for that Discord link, you can just type !Discord in the Twitch channel. Hopefully I'll be able to get some time to play around the early access launch. Especially if I could, like I said, get my wife to take the kids out of town again. That would be incredible, because then we could just like actually make an event out of it, right? Like have some people that we start at a certain time, ideally close to whenever it's launching, and then just like all grind up together. I'm gonna go to that guy quick first, just to craft a bunch of these headdresses with the mats that I had in the bank. It'd be even better if somebody wanted to be like a spellcaster or like a priest or like a tank or whatever, where we're not like sharing gear. Because then every time you go back to town, you just trade everything with the other people. Ooh, that's +2 attack. I want 2% attack. Come on, man. Boo. I'll put a pin in that one, but all right. Let's go get some more XP. You wish you started 2 days earlier? For sure, man. For sure, dude. Yeah, we're just trying to make a nice little like chill community, hang out, play games, bullshit, that type of thing. The demo ends on the 22nd. I thought it was the 8th. They have it listed in their Discord. I know they released it early because they wanted to be on the list of like top demos, like most played demos. So I think they measure that by how many people have installed it. So by releasing the server a little early, they can kind of like cheese the system a little bit, you know what I mean? Because they're like, wow, day one, look at how many people have our demo installed. I was like, okay. Okay, crafty developers. Another game that I go back to every now and then that's pretty fun is Factorio. The problem with Factorio, though, is that inevitably I never finish the game. And at some point, my brain melts out of my ear. I don't know what the deal is with like the desync of the mobs in this area, but like, I don't know if this server in particular like has a ton of lag. I know there's mobs here. I just am not always hitting them. So we'll just keep going around in a circle. Somehow I killed that like little gopher that was like across the screen from me. Let me check the demo or the announcement quick. Yeah, I wasn't getting any sound either. Let's see. It is... Ben starts Monday, June. Nope, that's different. I'm not sure where it is in here, actually. I'll just have to find it later. They've made so many announcements in the last couple days. But I think the demo goes longer than the 22nd. For some reason, I feel like it was like March or July 8th. They had like the whole thing laid out. And then, so this stuff all wipes July 8th, and then the early access is July 15th or something like that. And I actually think it'll be on the 15th. I don't think they'll push it back. Seems like they have a pretty good handle on like how their stuff is being developed, so that makes a nice difference. I mean, how many people have had game developers or game companies and you're like, well, it's supposed to launch, but like the first day is always garbage, or the servers are always a mess, or blah blah blah. Like, I don't feel like that's been the case with this company, which is nice. It's a nice change of pace. I really should probably relog because I don't know what's going on with these monsters really. I'm just going to keep running around and AoEing, and they seem to be dying, even though there's some desync issues. The issues I'm having right now might honestly be the worst issues that I've had since I started playing the game. Like a week ago. But I think a simple relog would probably fix it too. It would be kind of funny playing a turn-based game with like 300 people. Just the concept of that sounds ridiculous. I was going to start playing some board games on Board Game Arena, but I found out that those are like a lot of people don't play online board games live. They play them like you take your turn and then the next person has like 12 hours to take their turn or something like that, or 24 hours to take their turn. So then like people were telling me, some people that I play board games with were telling me that like you will have like 5 games of the same board game going at the same time. Then you like log in and take all your turns and then like go to the next person's turn and then like come back in 2 days or whatever and then do the same. I was like, that sounds awful. Sounds like a nightmare of a gaming system. Like if I'm going to play a game that takes 3 hours to play anyway, if we're all sitting at the table, I don't want a game to take like a month because I'm waiting for other people to take their turns. Maybe that's just a mode. Maybe like you can play where you're actually like sitting down with all the other people. But even then, I feel like if I can't mean mug people while they're taking a really long time on their turn, then they're just going to sit there. Then like inevitably somebody will be like, all right, well, I'm just going to get up and, you know, go grab a drink quick. And then they're like talking to their wife in the kitchen or something, and or husband in the kitchen. I think that'd be a pass for me. I wish my schedule allowed me to have like a consistent day to stream, even if it was just like once a week. But like I'm kind of stay-at-home dad during the day. My wife works like traditional hours or whatever, like 9 to 5 type thing. So I'm like the super dad during the day, and then I work at nighttime and work some weekends, and so I don't really have the opportunity to have a consistent schedule, unfortunately. At least not over the summer. Once they get back to school though, that's my promise to you guys. Once they get back to school, I will come up with some sort of like consistent stream schedule. It'll probably be like weekdays, like daytime stuff though. Uh-oh. No, don't hurt my friend. You're getting brave at level 43. Yeah, you definitely need to get some life leech. My suggestion to use steel would be to go to this zone right here, Festering Woods. You go there off of Navaris, and there's a set that drops there called the Bloodbind set. Get 4 pieces of that, and you'll be set for health and mana until like level 90. And like you literally just, as you kill things, your health just shoots all the way back up. Like you take some damage and then your health pops back up. Then you take some damage and then your health pops back up. Then you take some damage and as long as you're still spinning and crushing stuff, you're good to go. And then like if you get random big guys like this that are hitting you hard or whatever, just pull them into another pack of like small guys. You just need to make sure you're constantly killing things, and every time you kill something, your life will just basically refill. And like I just showed you just now, I'm literally still popping that stuff on sometimes when I farm lower things, because my mana siphon, these guys don't have enough health to siphon back enough mana to pay for the abilities that I'm using. So getting that on kill effect is still good. You just want to make sure you prioritize like strength, hit points, crit until you're crit capped, hit point percentage, attack percentage. Anything that has a percentage will grow with you. If it just gives you like +2 attack instead of +2% attack, then it's got like a shelf life. Might be good right now, but it's not going to be great for you in 20 levels necessarily. You don't get that compounding interest. I could switch over into accounting talk, but I don't want everybody to leave the stream. I 'Cause, 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 ' Percentage is good. Unless it's an interest rate. Wait a minute, we play games so that we don't have to think about those sort of things. An escape from reality. At least that's why I play games. It's probably why I don't play a lot of like high-end competitive stuff, because I would just get mad. And be like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm an old man and I'm playing against like 20-year-old kids that are full of reaction speed and testosterone and HGH and don't have any responsibilities in life and can just get better at the game than I ever will be able to be. I think I'm gonna try to get you one more level, and then we'll call her. 15 levels is pretty good though. If I wasn't trying to get this specific headdress, I would have taken you into like the next zone too by now. Let's start making our way towards the guy. We can kill stuff on the way over there. Koofy, did you say what class you're... Oh yeah, you leveled Rogue and then you switched to Berserker. That's right. That's right. Yeah, so you can follow a lot of the tips that I'm giving this guy too. I do like the Berserker a lot. I will say though, it was a tough choice. I started the stress test playing as a summoner. So I played like the first couple days that I played Berserker and Summoner. And then the next time I came back to it, when they did the first reset for the stress test, I played Summoner. And then I decided that I wanted to play Berserker after that. Strength. No. All right, let's get you this last little bump to put you at 45. Then you should be like primed, especially once you go get those next pieces of gear. There you go. Now you're 45. Once you go get those that artifact set, then you'll be totally ready to walk into this next area, the Goblin Field. I would consider getting one of these headdresses that I'm getting right now though too from this area if you're not crafting them, because every refine you get 2 crit from it. So even if you just get it up to like 6 or 5 or whatever, that's like 12 crit and 6% crit damage, which is pretty huge. It's a lot of crit for one piece of gear. And then you put in the Savage card from the Horrors in the castle area, and that gives you another 10% crit damage, and sitting pretty good. See, +3 attack. Damn it. Just not good for me right now. Might be good for you though. I'm gonna... Oh, wait. Oh, this is +2 attack, not 2%. Can you even get percent to attack on these? 2% MP. Oh yeah, there's 2% attack on that one. Yeah, just getting bad luck. Oh, you got one? You played Archer the first time? Gotcha. Let's see. Let's see what you're rocking. The Adventurer's Kit. Ooh. Golden Hoops. Those aren't too bad. There's like a thing that gives you 50 health after each kill that you can get from the that same area that you're going to get those artifacts from. But yeah, your guys shaping up just fine. Yeah, that headdress is probably better than the one that I was going to give you. So in the next area, the goblin area, you can get this little banner that I have. It gives 5% attack. 5% damage to melee, which is pretty good. Pretty stackable. But yeah, you're doing pretty good. Pretty stacked. All right. I think this is where I'm going to call it. I'm going to get ready for my wife and kids to be back here any minute. Thank you guys so much, though. Thank you for coming in. I know some of you guys just got in here, but join the Discord. I can't tell you when I'm going to be back next, but if you join the Discord, you can look at my upcoming stream channel, and I will post in there like, hey, my wife and kids are going to watch movies tonight. I'll be on. I have a bunch of stuff that I need to farm out better copies of. I need to keep farming this headdress. I need to farm a better weapon. I farmed out better hooks earlier. That's pretty good. I need to get 2% attack on this instead of +2 attack, so there's plenty of stuff to farm, and if I'm just farming something, I will be happy to let you guys tag along and get some XP too. Otherwise, there'll be times that I'm just like, you know, farming XP too. I will have a good evening with the family, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Thanks for being here. Thank you very much. No problem. Sounds good, bud. The link is in the Twitch channel right now, so see ya. Good luck. Let's hop out of here. Part of me wishes that I still had more time to play, but then part of me is also excited to see the kids and the fam. You guys have a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed the game. Hope you enjoyed the channel. If you haven't yet, drop a follow. If you haven't yet, join the Discord. And see you guys next time.